let's talk gear and also storage because got a little OCD tonight, organize everything, and while it's all in perfect condition, I just kind of want to run through and give a shout out to these Cydio crates. And I mean, no sponsor, but purchase these. Been using these for a while, and really, they've become quite the perfect organization tool for all your fishing gear, so that you can kind of grab and go shop, get into the backpack a little quicker. These are great for fishing if you have a boat. I currently don't, but they do nest together. They don't lock. They aren't modular. So one downside to that, but sometimes modularity comes with weight. So pros and cons of what you're wanting to do there. But if you do have a boat, highly recommend the Cydio crate setups because you can really customize and build these out how you'd like. So what I got here is a little bit more of a whatever box, a little bit of everything. So here's some jerk baits in there. All these are organized by style. So this one my brother actually hooked me up with when I was just getting into fishing. So a lot of shad wraps and shit in there. This is my spinner box I put together. So those are smaller spinners. And then we got some larger spinners in there. Little tiny box full of cranks. These are all Salmos and some of the shorter diver stuff. Box of heavy metal. This is all the spoons. Big pier. Heavyweight stuff. Here's all the square bills. A little bit more of a shallow box. Really try to organize everything so that you can kind of pull your box depending on what style of fishing you're doing. Here's a deep diver box. Got some of those heavy Matsuos, larger flicker shads in there. So if you're wanting to go a little bit deeper. And then here's just the box of all the flicker shad and shad wraps you could want. Every single shade. 50 shades of shad in there. Got some top water action here. All your poppers, some squares, spooks, whoppers. Here's all your rattle traps. Haven't used much of those, honestly. I haven't caught shit on the shad or on the rattle traps, so let me know if you're a big fan. Got some segmented bodies here, a little bit of the glidey action if you're feeling glidey. Some more segmented action. And then this box, the reason I built this one out is, well, let's finish over here. Little just a couple jig boxes there full of those big thick jigs. But this box here, now these are like football jigs, swim jigs. I got two of these here. These were a little bit too tall for this box, so I had to sit those. Fortunately, I couldn't stand them like this, but got the jigs, got the paddle tails, so I can build those out. Got some bigger spins in there, so really a bigger pike or bass box. And then here we got just all the plastics you could imagine. So OCD went crazy. I got these organized out from ones all the way through, 1 3/4 up to twos. And we got all our threes here, somewhat of miscellaneous, all our assorted turds of every shade. And if you're really feeling feisty, we got some longer turds in here. And then we got a bunch of miscellaneous, a lot of paddle tails and stuff like that at the front. But again, all these are in Cydio crates and have the water or weather resistant lid, so ready to go. Then I got this blade coffin, so I think I got 20 or so spinners in here. Don't love this box, but not a super great way to store those. Trying to figure out where I want to put line. Can throw that in a drawer. Honestly, you don't need to bring a ton of line with you out in the wild, but still looking at a better way to find for spinner baits. But for the rest of the stuff, this is a great way to shop, especially if you have a boat. One day these will all live on a boat, making it really easy to just kind of grab and go and shop from these depending on season. bring one or two on, and you'd be set.